Why, hello, hombres. Welcome to Daddy Daily. Today we simply ask a few questions. It's actually the same question, but I will be asking it a lot. As we hunker down and hide ourselves from our friends, neighbors, and jobs, we continue the lockdown that none of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes. The greatest generation were those who fought and sacrificed through World War II. Our legacy is even more glorious. One day we can say with pride that when things got tough, we hid in our hovels like Oscar the Grouch with our iPads and canned wine, waiting for nerds we didn't give the time of day to in high school to save us by killing a microscopic enemy that collapsed our way of life. Inspirational indeed. Our impotent leaders, vacuous religious systems, and arbitrary national borders have proven useless. They have failed us, powerless against an enemy that has no feelings, no ideology, and slightly higher intelligence than a moist cardboard box. The question is, what have we learned? If world domination was truly the goal of nations touted as our enemies, wouldn't this be a wonderful time for them to make their move? I am no James Bond villain with a cat on my lap or anything, but pointing a laser at the moon doesn't create nearly the same fear and uncertainty that we are all feeling from a tiny, witless virus. Terrorist groups everywhere should feel ashamed, as their greatest triumphs fall so flat against what COVID-19 has been able to accomplish in just a few short months. These terrorists hide in your chest cavity. They use improvised sneezing devices, and they flew past our defenses. Let me just write a note to the writers for 3 bad jokes are not as good as 1 good joke. Comedy of trees didn't work. So what have we learned? When this is all over, do we go back to spying on our allies, destabilizing who we consider our enemies? Do we return to work and have HR meetings about Carol's feelings about having her avocado sandwich stolen from the break room? Why we shouldn't park in spots reserved for clients only? Or why Larry's browser has Pornhub set as a default homepage? Can we go back? Does anyone really want to? Frodo and his friends will never be excited over a big pumpkin after what they experienced, and I feel neither will we. What have we learned? When the pandemic is gone, does worrying about a nuclear war with North Korea send you hiding under your covers? Should we as a society, as a group of people on the same planet, go back to such lofty ideals as America first? Do we have a choice? An opportunity? We here at the Daddi Daily feel a need to bear this responsibility. We have some ideas for a better world in a segment we like to call Just a Suggestion. Israel, you move over 1200 feet. The Holy Land has gotten away with way too much attention for being crazy. You are the Kanye Middle East. you see what I did? 'Cause West, but it's the middle. Okay. The area called holy by 3 separate religions, proving not that God exists but God is super lazy, must be considered no man's land. No one owns it, everyone can use it. Problem solved. Palestinians, you want a country? Move to New Jersey. No one wants it anyway. It's yours. There's also a garbage pile floating in the ocean the size of the United States. You can have that. Either garbage pile is fine. Enjoy. All wars are to be conducted remotely. If we learned anything from COVID-19, it's that the remote is the way to go. Nations choose an online game like Fortnite or Counter-Strike or Stratego Online and swear at one another over a microphone the way 11-year-olds do. No one gets hurt, everyone has a wonderful time. Please, no wall hacking. I am looking at you, North Korea, you magnificent. Share your toys. As any family will tell you during the shutdown, being cooped up presents challenges over who has what from a finite selection. Even with countries, someone has too much of one thing and not enough of the other. Figure it out. It's not hard. I need corn. You need cocaine. Let's figure it out. How hard is that? Get back to basics. The pandemic has turned our homes into a crucible where we burn away irrelevancies to arrive at a pure product. What are the necessities of your life? What do you really need? You don't need to sell everything and live in a tiny house and smell like urine all day. But going forward, take some time to identify important things over trivial ones. This could be a fulfilling exercise during this crisis. You have the time. No man is an island. We have connected the world for the first time in human history. This is the worst time for xenophobic ideas or ideals. You can't run from it or hide your head in the sand. We are all connected by trade, by financial institutions, by the internet, by things like viruses. Like it or not, even though you're separate from your neighbors, you need them for trade and support. And you hope they won't break into your house for your water or your last bottle of cheap Merlot you were saving for a special occasion. This is the same with nations, and I feel it's another lesson to be learned. Yes, your neighbors in 19C seem like swingers and have a hot tub in their living room, but wait until the pandemic is over before you dine on neighbor's soup. If you get my meaning, the splishing and the splashing. Oh, that's not my elbow. Oh, have a wonderful time. Thank you for letting me into your life one more day. Please kolopiach and subscriptimiendes, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, hombres.